G'day everyone, welcome back to some beautiful wheel-to-wheel action. Tonight we're here on a Wednesday for our season finale qualifying. So season finale has to be a little bit of a spectacle around here, so we're going to let everyone qualify during the week and decide their positions from there, and then on the race day they'll just get put into the positions they qualify in terms of their lobby. Other than that, it's going to be a good night. Tonight here in the comms with me is Dale.
Yeah, well, hey Super Dragon, it's going to be an exciting time. This is always, I think, the best part of the season is the weekday sessions for the Super Enduro Qualy. It's always exciting to see a mix of guys on track that are normally split across different lobbies, and yeah, to see what people do for the tactics for Qualy. It looks like Devil Racer does have a big glitch though.
Yes. As does Jinx Links. Good luck getting out of the Spa pit lane with a pit glitch. That's a tough thing to make your way out of. But yeah, apologies while we're dealing on that. We also have Dodgy on the visuals.
Hey guys, good to be here. Unfortunate start with the pit glitch, but hey, this is wheel to wheel and it is GT Sport. Never a string goes by where there's not some action. So totally chuffed to be here at Spa. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely, it wouldn't be a wheel-to-wheel stream without some tech difficulties from the GT Sport side, or apparently we're having other problems with Jinx Links as well. The GT Sport side or the visual side, but we'll hopefully crack on and see how we go. Yep.
Yeah, depending on how this goes, I'm wondering if we can ask Jinx to maybe do a different Qualy session if he's got time, because if
Devil's
it's
out.
not gonna work.
Well, I've got a picture of the track map up right now. We're at Spa there. We've got a circuit length of 7 kilometres around this track, fellas, and we're doing 39 laps at this track over the next 2 Sundays, depending on what split you're in. How do you reckon you're going to survive 39 tracks around a 7 kilometre track like Spa?
Yeah, that's the hard-hitting questions there. I've already seen some tactics being thrown up in the suggestions there. One of them is beer hat. Apparently you can get 3 chugs down the Camel straight, 2 depending on where you're shifting gears. So, yeah, I mean, you might just turn into a drinking game, have a shot every time you get Eau Rouge right.
That'd
I
work.
mean, if you have a drink every time you get a rouge right, you'd be stone sober by the end of the race. That's an accomplishment to get right that many times. So
we've got here, there's like...
Well, I mean, you don't want people having a shot getting it wrong, because then you'll just purposely go, yep, let's just straight line this one. Let's do it.
Well, you got like 19 corners on this track. What do you reckon's the trickiest corner?
I think it's turn 12. I think it's Puon. It's a really tricky high-speed corner that you've got to just balance the brake enough and then push the car to the absolute limit to get the most out of the corner. And if you push it that little bit too far, away you go. The runoff just drags you out there.
So Puon's that left-hander that at the bottom of the hill, isn't it? Where you're hitting it in about 4th gear and trying not to overcook it out to the right.
Yep. FR cars love it on worn tyres. Good luck. Yeah, that's a difficult corner to get right. I reckon also the chicane at the end, to be honest, bus stop. It's just so easy to gas it up on corner exit, especially when your tyres are starting to wear a little bit, and it is an hour-and-a-half race, so I think that's going to be hard to get right for the whole race as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And then of course we can't go past Eau Rouge and Radion. You know, that's probably where most of the track limits penalties are going to be given out when it comes to the race, maybe even in the qualifying session.
It's going to happen for sure. Agreed.
For sure. So we'll wait to see if Jinx Links loads in onto track. Once we do, we'll kick it right off and hope that we can get going again.
So do we know of any slip buddies that are going to be out there tonight?
None that I know of. I don't think there's too many guys part of the same team that I can think of off the top of my head. I know Oily and Marchie are part of the same team, but there's a little bit of a pace difference between them, so I'm not quite sure how they'll go.
Was Jinx in?
Having a privilege again. He was. Okay. But yeah, anyone else keeping your eye on there, Dale?
Well, I mean, I can't even see Jinx links anymore. I did when he was in here the first time.
Just talking about the normal qualifying and stuff.
Yeah, no. So I think we've got some guys up in kind of split 1, split 2 border. So Zoo and the Jag. The Jag's looking pretty quick around here. You got Jonesy in the Hyundai. He another Div 1 driver there. I'm not sure if it's the strongest track for the Hyundai, but definitely there is some pace available. Showman's in the Lexus. He's from what I've seen, he's already taken almost a second off his time from what he was doing yesterday. So bit of a dark horse there. Suitlat in the Porsche. Man, the Porsche is rapid around here. If you can get a tow down the Kimmel Straight, everyone's gone, to be honest. Oil in the Dodge. I mean, he says he's had no practice. This is his first laps in the Dodge around here this week, but he's already looking like he's on the money. So I think it's going to be real close at the top. I mean, you got some of the other people from the low levels. You got Warsaw player in the Lancer. Another car that really is going to struggle down the Kimmel Straight, but again, it's going to kill it in that middle sector. So I think you're going to see some quality times out of him. LP Armands, Marchie in the Lexus, and then Marchie's in the Master, I think. So again, another couple of cars to look out for there, and then you got the Love Bug, Big Red Ralph,
baby,
love it. So yeah, look, we've got a good.
Get some use.
Definitely. So yeah, look, we've got a good range of the people across different splits and divisions tonight, and yeah, I think the guys right at the front are probably going to try and work off each other and grab the toe where they can.
Yeah, and we've definitely got a lot of cars that need to rely on that toe, but man, I can't wait to see Oily's time through that first sector in the Viper. That thing absolutely chugs down the straights, so...
I'll tell you what, lads, we've just jumped on with Jonesy. He's just kicked off his first hot lap. How would someone like to talk us through it?
Go ahead, Dale.
Oh, I don't know any of the corner names. So here we go. We're coming down through Eau Rouge and Radion. So you've got to hit the curb on the left there, keep it tight on the right, and monster that final curb there, which he's nailed it just right. As we go down the straight, yes, he is employing that Lexus trick, hold fifth as long as he can, just get that little bit extra speed. It doesn't like an early shift into the braking area down into the chicane. Lacombe into sector 1. So he's done a 39 flat. That is a pretty good time for the first split. I think he's on track already for mid-15. Down to this corner, actually, these corners can be quite tricky again because you just want to gas it and you just got to hold off until you've pretty much all the way around the corner. Drift it nicely through this left-hander as we head down to Puon at the bottom, which we spoke about earlier. Again, you just got to break around that box on the right-hand side, just tuck it in and then floor it just before you got it kind of around the second part of an apex, kind of double apex there. Coming through... I don't know, it's another chicane. Down to third. Yeah, good gear keeps it tucked in nicely on the right. Keeps the apex on the left. I think maybe a bit more speed through there next time round. And down to the double right hander, which I think is a bit of a struggle for the FR cars. It may not get as much speed as some of the others, but they will be strong down this final kind of what we call the back straight, heading on into the bus stop chicane. So far it's looking very tidy, and I think this is going to be a pretty good one. Hold flat through here, I expect. Shouldn't need to
Not
lift.
a single lift there from Jonesy.
He did shift a bit earlier in 6th gear though, which kind of helped it a little bit, I think. We're down to first for the bus stop. Okay, he brings it through blue flags. You always get blue flags here on Qualy. And yeah, straight away, a 15.6.
Showman betters that.
15.4.
Oily a second off the pace, might have got held up or had a rough one. Zoo definitely had a rough one, as has Suitlat, so a couple of guys struggling on their first lap around.
Devil's in with a
See some big
17.1.
improvements there.
Marchi with a 20.4.
Much
So
of the
that's LP
22
Armand, sorry,
flat,
Marchi
yeah.
22 flat. Saucelay with a 23.1, and then Ralph is still coming up towards the bus stop still. So he'll be finishing in about 20 seconds. But the guys should probably get about anywhere between 8 to 12 laps, depending on if they fall off or have some incidents. If they keep the boot in the whole time, they could potentially get about 12 laps in.
Yeah, and one thing I found interesting was that that first big pack of cars, they're deciding to stick together. I was expecting to see maybe some guys wait and kind of pick their spot on the track, but it seems that most of them have just gone for the get out early and get a lap in.
Put the banker in, and then, if you've got a tow, perfect. I think it's that kind of risk versus reward. Most of these guys are generally similar pace, so they shouldn't really trip over each other through the mid-sector. So if you can get that tow, bonus.
Absolutely. Who have we got? We got Jonesy still leading the pack around. So currently sitting in second after that first lap that we were on board with. And definitely some points to improve on as well, as we've seen a couple of guys getting them very low 15s, and there's been talks about some guys dipping into the 14s as well. Yep. So there's definitely some time in that lap for him, but he's about a 10th down at the moment.
Showman's, I think, purple in sector 2, so he could be about to go quicker.
I think he's just outside of that slipstream range as well. He just sees Jonesy in the distance, unfortunately for him. Here we go as they all approach the bus stop chicane again. We got Jonesy leading everyone through. Second time around as the beautiful blue flags join us again. No improvement from Jonesy. Showman goes a 15.2. That's a cracker of a lap.
Yeah, that's a pretty good lap with that slip.
A couple of 16 flats. Those boys will want some improvement still, but that's a good way to start it off there. Devil goes into a 16.9 as well.
Suit Lad, he must have had another incident there, 19.8 on his second lap, so no improvement out of him. So he's definitely got a lot more speed left in that Porsche.
There you go. Big improvements from a couple of guys there. Marchie Boy taking about 1.5 seconds off his lap 2. LP Armand's improving as well, but got way sideways out of turn 1 there. Looks like Soulslayer's got a bit of slipstream assistance from that rotary as well. Down in 10th place, that beautiful rotary of Marchie Boy.
Unfortunately, he did have to lift though through Eau Rouge and Radillon, so that has massively impacted his corner exit there down the Kemmel Straight.
Yeah, but could still net him time overall, being in the toe of that thing, as Marchie is up on his previous lap as well.
Yeah, Soulslayer's down half a second.
And the first penalty of the session has been picked up by Queensland Devil, so currently in 5th with a time of 2:16.9, just burning half a second penalty off. I think that's something we'll see a fair bit of throughout the quali this week.
Yeah. Jonesy's gone quickest this lap in Sector 1. So he's done another 39 flat, so he may be on for another good time. He's half a second off Showman's lap time from last lap in Sector 2. Showman's gone a bit slower as well by about a second, but Oily looks like he's improving. Yeah. He's only 2/10 down on Showman's best second split.
Yeah,
again's had an issue in Sector 2. Zoo's
I was going to say Zoo's dropped off massively off the back of Oily this lap, so...
Similar to Devil, so I wonder if Zoo actually did get a penalty too, maybe. And I'm not sure. Either that or he's gotten a bit taily.
Here we go, these lead few cars coming through onto the start-finish straight again. No improvement from Jones, and Oily goes a 15.8. So he's slowly chipping that time down, now just 2/10 off of Jonesy's time in second at the moment. Suitlab improves with a 16.3.
There it is. He's got a lot. He's got, I think, at least another second in that as well, from what I saw last night.
Yeah, well, that's 2 seconds better than the first lap he put in. So he's definitely probably got penalties or mistakes happening there, but he's finding a bit of a groove, which we love to see.
Yeah.
And in those beautiful V Corsa colours as well, big lift.
Yeah. Yeah, he I don't think he started wide enough and then turned in too late for the right-hander. So yeah, just got offline from the outset.
Yep, them soft tyres will just take you through enough, give you just enough grip to lend you through Eau Rouge and Radion there, and get you up the hill without needing a lift. But if you mess up that line by a small amount, that's it's definitely going to be something you're going to want to look into, or cop a big penalty as Ralph improves it again.
Jonesy's purple in Sector 1, 38.9, so just bringing it down slightly. Sherman's looking a bit wild in Sector 2 at the moment, but yeah, Jonesy's purple at the moment.
Keep an eye on Jonesy then as he's approaching the second sector marker and see how he's going compared to his previous laps. Here we go on the exit of campus. Coming through Stavilo. He's half a second down, so he's had a really rough time through the second sector there.
Showman's done is 2/10 off his purple time from that sector as well. Zeus again, he's struggled in that middle sector. I think he's really struggling on that left-hander down the hill before you get to Puon. He's running a little bit wide there at the moment, so yeah, I think he's really struggling out of his lap.
He's slammed on the anchors there and let Showman and Oily on by.
Oh, he wants a tow. He's sick of.
Yeah.
He needs a tow.
Sick of playing follow the leader and being the leader.
Yeah.
So Showman well off his time. Oily only a 10th off of his time, so consistently in the high 15s, but I'm sure he's going to want to take some time off of that.
Jones is not quite in the tow though, so he's going to really need to motor to get that tow off of Oily and Showman.
No improvement from the rest of the field as they come across the start-finish line. We've got LP Almonds in 9th. LP Almonds improves by 1.7 with an 18.3, so that's a good lap there coming out of him. Good improvement.
Oh, Suga's getting very wild. I was going to say we might need to jump on board with him. He's coming up behind Zoo.
LP Almonds has just nosed it into the wall. That'll be his lap gone. Oh, and Soulslayer's just done the same thing right behind him. So very easy to do, just stomping on that power on the exit of turn 1 there, the La Source hairpin, and away you go. So that'll be this lap scratch for Soulslayer and LP Almonds, but plenty of guys still on a hot lap towards the front of the field.
Yeah, so I'm just on board with Suitlad, just watching Zoo in front as well, just seeing I know how they work through this lap. Zoo's taking that corner a little bit better this time as he's coming down to Puon, so we'll see if he can nail this. He really needs another banker lap. He's probably got about another 8/10 in him from what he's been doing in practice.
Yeah, that left-hander that leads you down to Puon for a very long time was called No Name, and now it has a name that I don't know, so I still call it No Name.
I thought it was Humper's Corner, wasn't it?
He definitely made an impression on the bollards there on the inside.
He found the forest. He went for an adventure.
He did. He definitely did there.
Suitled's down half a second on his lap, so a little bit untidy there. Zoo's gone green through Sector 2, so he may be on for an improvement here.
I'm just keeping my eye on Showman, Oily and Jonesy as they come through the final chicane again to try and set another lap. Doesn't look like we'll be seeing an improvement out of Showman. Oily goes better with a 15.5.
Love it.
That's about 3/10 quicker than he was previously. Jumping Jonesy's time there as well.
There it is. 15.5 from Zoo.
Beating Oily by 0.006 of a second too, so just sneaking his nose in there.
Yeah, and that's without a tow for Zoo. No, he got a little untied in the mid-sector. He's just not quite in line to get the tow from Zoo at the moment.
Okay.
I just missed it.
We've got LP Almonds sitting in the pits and Soulslayer's pulled up on the side of the track, so
Zoo's exited
to the 20 flat as well.
Zoo's exited to the pits and Suitlad's come up real fast behind him and he's aborted his lap as well. So yeah, Suitlad's back in the pits with Zoo.
Both enjoying a bit of pit lane scenery.
Agreed. Look, I actually wouldn't be surprised if Zoo just calls it a night there, to be honest. I think he's happy enough with a 15.5 and And yeah, I think he might just call it.
Yeah, well, we are approaching the halfway mark of qualifying now as well, so right as it ticks through to 15 minutes. Fastest time at the moment is that 15.2 of Showman, but it looks like Oily's finding a bit of form here as well, and could definitely threaten that.
Yeah, look, I think I'm a little disappointed with the Showman. He was absolutely adamant he was going to be starting off the back row. So I think he's just done a little bit too much to do that. So I think
Tombo
he
will
just
be
needs to slow
pretty
down.
disappointed in that effort as well.
Yeah, agreed.
So I've got a couple of guys who have decided to chuck it into the pits for a bit. Big Red Ralph is sitting still as well. I'm not quite sure what's happened to him. It looks like maybe he's just waiting for the next group of cars to go on by. Ooh!
Oh, that had 10 millimeters in that.
I think he thought the group was all the way through and went to rejoin and saw at the last second Jonesy's still trying to catch up to this this group of two as Oily slides it out of the last corner. No improvement from Showman. Oily goes faster again with a 15.5.37, enough to jump Zoo.
Here we go. Zoo's back out on track here. So him and I think Zoo and Oil really need to work together here. Same as Jonesy, they all need to work together here and kind of jump Showman just to get that prophecy to come true. Battle between Showman and Tombo. Looks like Zoo doesn't want to give Suitlad the toe, and Suitlad doesn't want to give Zoo a toe here.
They're both playing a game of chicken, and I'm thinking that's why Zoo went back to the pits in the first place. And then he came out at the same time as Suitlad, and then let him back by, and Suitlad just happened to go off track shortly after that, and Zoo ended up back in front. So Suitlad definitely looking for a little bit of a slipstream buddy here. Look at the...
Yeah, there's MR cars. They're great in the mid-sector, but Sector 1 especially, they really do lack a little bit.
Look at how dirty both of those cars are as well. You see the layer of dirt on the rear end of the Porsche and the Jag there as they come around. Jeez. It's only been, 17 minutes? They're going to be doing this for 90 on Sunday, so I'm assuming the cars are not going to look that pretty at the end of that either.
Well, yeah, I think both of them have had a few runoffs as well, so that definitely hasn't helped.
Devil's gone wide through Poo on there and had to pull out of his lap. I believe it was Jonesy by as well, so plenty of action.
Here we go, game on. Game on, they've started their fly now. Suitlad's right in behind Zoo, so he will get the toe down the Camel as long as he doesn't.
Here comes LP Armins out of the pits, right beside him too.
Right, yeah, gets out of the way. Nice work, LP.
Can be a bit of a wild pit exit there. It just kind of throws you out onto the track sometimes. So here we go. These two coming through. Rouge and Radion. No lift out of Zoo.
There's a little lift from Suitlad, but he has to in the dirty air there. But he's still right in the toe.
I don't think he's seen those speeds like that there.
I think these guys are working together.
Zoo has just given him a massive slingshot. He's actually gone purple through Sector 1, has Suitlad. So, massive slingshot there from Zoo.
And this is where this car shines. The Porsche if Suitlad can really just rein it in, this car's going to nail the mid-sector and just be almost unbeatable through here.
Absolutely. The MR cars are so strong once you get off of that Camel straight and into the tight twisties. So strong through here. The FR cars really struggle, and it's going to be tricky for any of them to be able to try and follow close through here as well, especially if they're behind one of these MR cars. Because the dirty air will distract them a little bit, distract the flow of the car. I'm struggling with my words right now, apologies.
He's hitting all the apexes. He may have taken that one a little tight at the bollards, but he is up 6 tenths on his lap.
6 tenths!
Yeah,
so unfortunately for him, that'll still put him behind Jonesy, but that is a massive improvement overall.
He's only 4 tenths behind Jonesy, isn't he?
He is.
Oh no, 7 tenths. Sorry, I read that wrong.
So.
Yeah, my apologies. I was reading that as that's how far Jonesy was behind Showman. Obviously, that's not how this works.
Here we go, absolutely flying into the final chicane is Suitlad. He's gone a little deep. He can still pull it back and get an improvement, but it's going to cost him a bit of time there.
Yeah, that's 2 or 3 tenths there, I think.
Corner behind him too. 2 turns,
16-1.
so he lost almost half
Yeah.
a second there, unfortunately, but still improvements, and now it's Zoo's turn to follow, so these boys getting their stuff sorted out better than the Haas team in the F1.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Zoo uses the toe or bumps Suitlad, or if Suitlad just holds station in front. It'll be interesting to see what they're going to play out here.
Yeah, another thing to go ahead, Dodgy.
I was going to say, we've got a few drivers out there in the ether waiting to have a chat. Maybe I know Oily is just coming across the start line again, due for a straight. Maybe he's up for a chat.
Oh. Yeah, Oily, if you're about, mate.
Zoo's purple by a 10th as well in that toe of the Porsche.
Oily looking to keep concentrating, maybe not too happy with that mid-15 yet. Nice flash of the headlights there too. It's alright though, he's cracking on really nicely, and looking at his times, they're really consistent and slowly improving as well. So he started off with a mid-16, went to 16 flat. He hung about the high 15s for a little bit, and he's now in the mid to high 15s pretty consistently on his laps here. As he goes purple, I believe I just saw through Sector 1. I'm not sure if my graphics bugging out or I actually just saw Showman's half a second purple.
Zoo's just gone 10 metres in the air on the bollards.
Oh, you love to see that. Marchie pulling out a 19.8 as well, so another good improvement from Marchie, slowly chipping away at his time. I hope what I just saw wasn't correct, because I saw Showman half a second purple through Sector 1.
Yeah, he's just done he did a 38.6. Purple would have been about
improving with a 17.2 as well.
Would have had a toe from anyone? He's got no one around him.
He did have a toe from Jonesy. Jonesy had to pull off to burn a penalty. Suitlad improving again with a 16.1.
Yeah, the Porsche really should be a bit stronger through the midsection. I mean, Zoo was purple at Sector 1 and then lost it following Suitlad the other lap. So Sherman's now 3.5 tenths purple at the second split.
Definitely got to keep an eye on him here to see if he can nail the LaSource hairpin and bring this lap home, or will he go a little bit deep and mess it up like we saw Suitlad do in the Porsche earlier on?
He's on track for a 14.
Here we go, coming under the bridge, hard on the anchors, bringing it into the chicane, then brake disc glowing red hot, plenty of sausage on the inside. He gets a little bit of wheel spin.
There it is. 15 flat. So close to that 14.
Flat. That's, I mean, that puts him half a second up on the rest of the field at least, but that's... I feel like the 14s are a nice goal for a lot of guys, and that's a benchmark that they want to hit. So to get a 15 flat, while that's a cracking time, that's got to be absolutely brutal.
Oil's got a 1 second penalty.
Starting to see a couple of penalties around. I saw LP Armands had one as well. As I was having a quick scroll through, Jonesy's picked up another one. I saw Zoo burning one, so these guys are really starting to push for everything that the track will let them get, and starting to push them track limits a little too much.
So the importance of the toe there, so Showman's gone from a 38.6 on his purple lap to a 39.2 without the toe.
Yep. Let's see, who else have we got on track at the moment? We do have
No sound? Have we got any sound coming through? Can anyone let us know? I'm showing sound here, so it'll take about 20 seconds for them to let us know because of the delay. Sound's back. Yep, sound's back. Apparently there's no game audio, which is quite interesting. Some are saying they can, some can't. So sorry, fellas, for the next 3 minutes. We'll have to see how we go. Are you getting the comms guys? Are they having a chat? So no cars, no chat, just dodgy is the word I'm getting here by the look of it. How you going, Super Dragon? Can you hear anything? No, don't think it is at the moment. So, okay, where are we at? Let's see if I can fix this. If there's a glitch here, everything is working properly here. Not sure what's going on. Yeah, good luck with that. Okay, so unfortunately, fellas, nothing I can do to fix that sound here by the look of it. It must be a glitch in the internet somewhere, good old interwebs in the matrix. So at the moment I have no read, no times, fellas. So if I can just relay what the commentators are going to tell me, I will do my best. Okay. Yeah, they say that now. Give them another 30 seconds. Me talking to you is not going to help because they can't hear what you're saying. Okay, fellas, where are we up to? Who are we looking at? Who is on song? Who's doing what time? Give me something. Suit Lad's 2 tenths up. He is in the tow there with Jonesy. Yeah, I don't know why Jonesy's got that indicator going. He's had it going for a while. Suit Lad is nice and close there with the tow. Is he up, Dale? How's he looking? Okay. 2 tenths, yeah. 2 tenths up. He'll definitely have the chance of jumping Jonesy here at the end of it. My guess is with that little... who's just picked up a penalty? Is that Jonesy? Yep. Was Joe... Oh, and Jonesy has gone the burn. I thought he might have let it go and towed Suit through. Those guys were teammates last season. I thought he might have given him a bit of a hand, but to no avail, unfortunately. So Suit Lad's going to attack the end of the lap by himself. Let's see how he goes. Where are we at? No improvements. He's down, you reckon? Okay. Yep, nothing. Almonds is up. And did I hear Oily say he's just starting his last lap? $19.5 for Marchie. Awesome. Yeah, you'd sort of, if Marchie's 009 ahead of Ralph, you'd expect that a bit out of the big honking yank tank versus the Yeedle, I dare say. Even though the Yeedle has great control. Wow. Jonesy and Showman out with penalties, so no last lap for those guys, unfortunately. I'm still on with Oil at the moment. Not trying to moz you there, Oil. Good luck, son. So Zoo's out. He's done as well, so there's not many left now. We got 153 remaining, so you won't have to listen to me much longer, guys. Trust me, it wouldn't be nervous, Flossie. It'd be purpose. Where was I? Oily. Yep, I was too busy talking to Flossie. Sorry. Nah, Oily's going well. Are we up or down with Oily? How are we looking? Down 4.5. Hold it down. See what you can do, Oils. Oh, it's just gone. I'm amazed you didn't lose that one there. Well kept. Oh, you got the penalty. I thought you went out a bit too far, so that's your lap cooked as well. There is still 1 minute and 2 to go on time remaining, but that's the last lap, isn't it? We're on final. Here comes Jonesy. Nah. No, they're not going anywhere. Okay, Devil Race is still going. He's just about to come around. And he will be the last. So at least you only have me to wrap up here, guys. I'll just wait for the times to come up. Here we go. I wish I could pause on that, but cannot. I'll see if I can bring the results up for you to see how we go. Okay, so we had Showman, Oil, Zoo, Jonesy, with Suit Lad still in there, Devil, Soul Slayer, Almonds, Big Red Ralph, and that must be, was it Marchie at the end? Yeah. Hey, Marchie. Well, I'd like to ask you how you went, mate, but no one can hear you. So what I'm going to do to keep all the punters out there happy is get the hell off this mic so I'm not the only voice they hear. I'd just like to say well done all you drivers tonight. It was a great job. Thanks to Super Dragon and Dale for coming into comms, and we must not forget our sponsors. A big thank you to Next Level, Pagnian, Future, Streetwear and Races. And tune in for the next few nights. We have these Qualy events running until Saturday, with our first races occurring on Sunday night. So again, thanks for putting up with me, and